Hey, I want to call BS on something. I want to call total BS on something. Nicolas Cage says he remembers being in the womb. Like,
hysterical.
Get out. Come on.
You know, maybe he had one of those moms who always asked him, do you remember when you were in my tummy? And maybe she just convinced him of it.
Do you remember being in the womb in September? Come on.
It was warm and cozy.
Do you remember in your womb in September?
This is ridiculous. Yeah, Nicolas Cage, he's been doing a lot of interviews lately because he's in that Dracula movie, which got terrible, terrible reviews. What is it called? Renfield? And I like Nick Cage. I really do like Nicolas Cage, but he's done some stinkers. And remember, he got himself in such financial difficulty. He was like millions and millions in debt, and he essentially just made every script that came across his desk because he had to get out of debt.
Well, part of these interviews he's been doing for this awful Dracula movie, he said he's taking crappy movie roles to pay off that debt.
Yeah, I mean, that's been known for quite some time. And now he's done an interview where he says that he remembers being in the womb. When asked about his earliest memory, he said he actually remembers being in the womb. And come on, you can't have a memory. What's your earliest memory, Roxanne?
3 years old, and I was on my patio, or I was by my pool in Tampa, in near Lake Magdalene, and I remember that.
All right, 3 years old, your earliest memory.
Actually, it was like right before I turned 3.
Fester, your earliest memory.
I think it was maybe 4. I think I remember my sister's my sister Angela's first birthday. But
Froggy.
I'm 3 years older, so
Froggy, your earliest memory.
The day I was born, I peed. I'm not lying.
Yes,
I peed on my mom's face when she took me out.
All right, come on,
I promise you, man, I'm
Dude.
not lying. And I could still remember,
you do not remember the day you were born. No, you don't.
I remember.
Will you stop it,
it's
please?
like dark, light, then noise, and then whiz.
And I was like, "Can I get some shades? My eyes hurt."
Will you stop it,
and
please?
I was like, and I remember going like this.
Frog,
what is this long thing below my umbilical cord?
Please stop it. Stop.
I remember.
Would you be serious? What is the earliest memory that you have?
I think like 3 when I cracked my head open. I fell on a bar corner at my cousin's house, and I sliced my eye open, and I could swear I could remember that.
So your first memory is traumatic brain injury.
Yeah. 3.
I remember 2. I remember 2 years old. I remember shoving a wooden puzzle piece under the refrigerator in our apartment in Bay Terrace, Queens. And I also remember my second birthday because it was at Adventurers Inn. It was like a little amusement park in Queens.
You don't remember your second birthday?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do. It was at Adventurers Inn in Queens. Look up Adventurers Inn in Queens.
What is that going to prove?
Right
the
there, Flushing. Well, look at that. On Pinterest. Adventures in Flushing, New York. Once upon a time, Adventures Inn was an amusement park in Flushing, New York, just off the Whitestone Expressway on Linden Place. It existed from the 1950s into the late 1970s.
Okay,
My second birthday was January 24th of 1968, and I remember that.
I do believe you because last night I was cleaning out my drawers and I found an old mask, a face mask, and I held it up to Daviana. I was like, do you know what this is? She's like, a mask. And then she went into like this political commentary about how she hated masks and she was remembered wearing them on hotels and in planes. And guess what? That was when she was like 1.5.
So your child's first memory is going to be COVID regulations?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay. All right.
For a lot of kids, it is.
That's right.